Good morning. Welcome to another exciting meeting of Sattvic Toastmasters Club for Healthy Living. I'm Toastmaster Amarnath, your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. At Sattvic Toastmasters, we strive to inspire personal and professional growth all the while embracing the holistic approach to living. Let us take a moment to remind ourselves of the mission that guides us. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, result in greater confidence and personal growth. To ensure that our meeting runs seamlessly and enjoyable for everyone, please keep the following ground rules in mind. Speakers are requested to employ caution when speaking anything reference to sensitive topics such as politics, sex, or religion during the meeting. Please turn on your camera and ensure your microphone is muted while you are not talking. Kindly rename yourself with the role prefix to your name. If you are a guest, may I request you kindly to prefix guest in front of your name. Without any further delay, let's officially open the meeting and hand over the podium to our presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Ishita. Ishita Patnaik has worked in the corporate world across India and US. She has been a Toastmaster for more than 3 years and lives in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. She is passionate about mental health, self-development, and wellness. And she loves to speak on these topics. Please welcome our presiding officer of Toastmasters Club, Ishita Patnaik. The virtual podium is yours, Ishita. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amarnath. And a huge welcome to all of you to our yet another meeting of Sattvic Toastmasters. I welcome all the Toastmasters as well as guests to our meeting. As the name suggests, it's Sattvic Toastmasters and we are all about healthy living. And at the same time, we are focused on improving public speaking and leadership skills. Sattvic Toastmasters is an online club where we focus on Sattvic healthy lifestyle, self-healing, research and debate on alternate medicine, intercultural experience where members from different parts of the world get a platform to safely discuss their views and opinions, interpersonal communication, storytelling, and critical thinking. Today is a special meeting. We have our club elections that are going to happen today, which is for the upcoming term. A little bit brief about our elections for our guests. Every 6 months, a new set of officers are elected to run the club. We have 7 roles that are part of the executive committee. There's a sergeant at arms, there is a secretary, a treasurer, the vice president of membership, vice president of education, and vice president of public relations, and the president. So these 7 people help run the club. So today we are going to have club elections for the first 30 minutes of the meeting, and then we'll have the regular meeting. So I encourage all the guests to stay and observe how Toastmasters elections is conducted, and then we'll have the regular meeting, which will be led by our Toastmaster Vikram, who will talk about the leadership mindset, which is very apt for today's meeting as we are electing leaders today. So I'll just go briefly and ask about our guests who are joining us. Or I don't see anyone who's joining for the first time, except for TTM Vamsi, who I'll introduce in a little bit. He's going to be our election officer. Then we have Srinivasan Sundarajan. Hello, Srinivasan. You have joined us a few times. How are you doing? Could you introduce yourself? You're on mute. Okay, we'll go to Rihan.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
There is some challenge in the phone. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm doing good, Ishita. So thanks to everyone. Good morning. Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm based in Hyderabad. I'm working in the IT industry for almost 25, 30 years. So I've joined the, I think, Toastmasters for 2 reasons. One is obviously the improving in communication. And also Sattvic is something which I'm also very interested about to hear and share my thoughts about it. So that's why I want to be part of this group.
Thank you so much, Srinivasan. and welcome to our special meeting. We have Toastmaster Sarika, who's going to be our speaker today. Hi, Sarika.
Hello, Toastmaster Ishita.
Hi.
After a long time, at past month I have some examinations. That's why I didn't join the meetings. Now I'm back. Thank you so much for inviting me and giving the opportunity as a speaker. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Toastmaster Sarika. And you're going to witness the club elections as well, along with being our speaker.
Okay.
And Toastmaster Rihan, you're going to be our general evaluator today, I guess. You're on mute. Would you like to say a few words? Okay, you're on mute. We'll come to you later in the meeting. Hi, Pratik and Ashish. Long time, and it's wonderful to see you in our meeting.
Hello.
Hi. So yeah, I missed Abhiram. So thank you for joining us. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah. Is my audio and my visuals are clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Are you a Toastmaster,
actually, I'm facing,
Abhiram?
no, I'm not actually a Toastmaster. I'm actually gaining some knowledge by joining as a guest only. If at all
Okay.
I would get a chance to become a Toastmaster, I will profoundly I will join in my college. As
Okay.
I completed my engineering exams right now, and I'm just waiting for my counseling and I will join as Toastmaster when it's available to me.
Okay, great. Great.
Until then, I will be in the guest only. Thank you.
Yes, and you're welcome to join our meetings as well, Abhiram. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. So without further ado, we'll get started with our club elections proceedings, and I'll be inviting our election officer, who's DTM Vamsi, on the virtual podium. So let me introduce DTM Vamsi. His introduction is really long, so I'll try my best to do justice. DTM Vamsi is currently working at Accenture as a BI developer. He's part of Nizam Pet Toastmaster Club and loves reading books, listening to music, playing chess, binge watch latest technology updates during his leisure time. He has been a Toastmaster for quite a long time. He's a DPRM of Smedley Distinguished District. He was the president of Distinguished Division Director, and he was the Select Distinguished Area Director. Acted as a judge for over 450 plus contests, guided 250 plus Toastmasters, delivered over 100 plus education sessions, and the list goes on and on. He's been a leader and a mentor and a distinguished Toastmaster guiding all of us. And we are very privileged to have him as an election officer to guide us at this important meeting. So please give a huge round of applause and welcome our election officer, DTM Vamsi. Over to you, DTM Vamsi.
Hope I am clearly audible and visible.
Yes, we can hear you.
It seems there's sort of some network issues happening. So better I will keep my video off because it is an elections to do it on a smoother note. And let me begin with the elections procedure right away without further ado. And for the audience, this meeting is being recorded for record keeping purposes. If anyone have objections, please let us know beforehand, especially the club members. Because if you say, no, I don't want this recording because it is elections, it's up to you. It's completely natural, but generally we keep it on the recording. Okay. And for the benefit of our members, here is a quick overview of how the election will proceed. We'll go through each role one at a time, starting with club president and ending with sergeant at arms. For each question, nominating committee recommendation will be announced first. I will then open the floor for additional nominations. If there is only one nominee, we'll vote for acclamation. If there are multiple nominees, then we'll go for the election. It should be like you have to give a speech for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we will see, yes, this candidate is definitely my choice of who suits for this role. But if there are multiple. Okay. And with that note, let me start the elections. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see people are excited. Some are hiding behind the cameras, but are like, yes, this is my time. Come on, Vamsi, announce it quickly. I want to jump into the role and do it in the action. Okay, I can sense that voice. Let me start with the president. All right, the president nomination we got is Toastmaster Vikram. Now, I'll go this way. Are the candidates who went for the nomination would like to withdraw your nomination? Are the candidates who went for the president role would like to withdraw your nomination? Are the candidates who go for the president role would like to withdraw your nomination? Good. Are anyone from the floor would like to nominate for the president role? Are anyone from the floor would like to nominate for the president role? Are anyone from the floor would like to nominate for the president role? Good. With that note, we have one nomination for today, that is Toastmaster Vikram. So I hereby declare Toastmaster Vikram as the president for the upcoming term. Please let us welcome him with a round of applause. Thank you. Now we'll proceed with the next role. Let's make it a little bit of interactive. Can someone guess what would be the next role?
AP education.
Vice President.
Ah, thank you for that. Let's make it, otherwise it will be like Vamsi giving the entire thing and you people will be relaxed. I'm not XCOM, so I don't want to speak. I will relax. No, it's not that way because it is a Toastmaster and where everyone speaks. All right, let me go with the Vice President Education and we have a nominee. Now, before that, let me ask the audience. Are the nominees for the Vice President Education role would like to withdraw? Are the nominees for the Vice President Education role would like to withdraw? Are the nominees for the Vice President Education role would like to withdraw? Are anyone from the floor would like to nominate for the Vice President Education? Or anyone from the floor would like to nominate for the Vice President Education? Or anyone from the floor would like to nominate for the Vice President Education? We have one nomination, and with that, I declare Toastmaster Amarnath as Vice President Education for the next term. Please give a huge round of applause. Okay, the next one. Yeah, what is the next one? I'm waiting for you. If you have a guess.
I can't
Vice
guess
President
everything.
membership.
Yes.
VP membership.
It's absolutely fine. The next comes the Vice President membership. And with that, let me start. Are the nominating candidates for the Vice President membership role would like to withdraw? Are any of the candidates for the role Vice President membership would like to withdraw? Are any candidates for the role of Vice President membership would like to withdraw? Okay. Are any candidates from the ground would like to stand for Vice President membership? Are any candidates from the ground would like to stand for Vice President membership? Are any candidate from the ground would like to stand for Vice President membership? For some reason, I can't see the chat window. So the presiding officer or side if you find something, you can inform me.
Yeah, there are no nominations for that. So,
Yeah, thank you for that confirmation. And with that note, we have one nomination to Toastmaster Arav, and I hereby declare him as the Vice President membership for the next term. Let us invite him with a huge round of applause. And if he's not in the meeting also, let us give a huge round of applause for him. All right, the next role. Definitely you are going to guess, so I'm not giving you the chance. The next one is Vice President Public Relations. Now let me announce, are any nominating candidates are going to withdraw from your nomination for Vice President Public Relations? Are any of the candidates would like to withdraw from your nomination? Are any candidates would like to withdraw from your nomination? Are anyone going for the nominations for the on floor for Vice President Public Relations? Are any candidates from the ground are standing for Vice President Public Relations? Are any candidates on the floor are standing for Vice President Public Relations? With that note, I hereby declare Toastmaster J.K. Arora as Vice President Public Relations for the upcoming term. Congratulations. Okay, now it's time for the next rules. Now you have to guess again. We have only 3 rules left.
Secretary.
Okay. All right, let me start. Are any candidates would like to withdraw your nomination from the secretary role? Are any candidates would like to withdraw your nomination from the secretary role? Are any candidates would like to withdraw your nomination for the secretary role? Are any candidates standing on floor for the secretary role? Are any candidates standing on floor for the secretary role? Are any candidates standing on floor for the secretary role? With that note, and the nominations I got, let me declare Toastmaster Shahid as the secretary for the upcoming term.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one, I would say it would be a treasurer. Are any candidates would like to withdraw your nominations from the treasurer role? Are any candidates would like to withdraw your nomination from the treasurer role? Are any candidates would like to withdraw your nomination from the treasurer role? Are any candidate would like to stand on floor for the treasurer role? Are any candidate would like to stand on floor for the treasurer role? Are any candidate would like to stand on floor for the treasurer role? Now, with that note and the nominations I got, let me declare Toastmaster Noor as the treasurer for the upcoming term. Next time, I'm I feel like I should record this and play in whichever club is calling me for election. All right. Now, there is one role left, that is the sergeant at arms, my favorite role. Are the candidates would like to withdraw for the role for the sergeant at arms nomination? Are the candidates would like to withdraw your role for sergeant at arms nomination? Are the candidates would like to withdraw your role for the sergeant at arms nomination? Are anyone on the floor would like to nominate for sergeant at arms? Are any candidates on the floor would like to nominate yourself for sergeant at arms? Are any candidates from on the floor would like to nominate for sergeant at arms? Now, with that note and the nominations I got, let me congratulate Toastmaster Aniket for being sergeant at arms for the upcoming term. Dear club, now I present you the 7 executive members for the upcoming term, and I request every of the 7 officers to kindly come on the camera if possible. And Sergeant at arms or president, whoever have the best camera, you can have the screenshot or take a photo of them. And with this, I declare the next elections for the upcoming term are closed, handing over the stage back to the presiding officer, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, DTM Vamsi, for this very quick and effective elections that we had. And it is an honor for us to welcome the next team that is going to come. And Amarnath, can we spotlight all the whoever are present? I think Noor and Arav are not present. So other than that, we can spotlight all and take a picture of them.
Sir.
Yeah. All of them together, all 5. Yes, now smile, please. And yeah, Amarnath, you're taking the picture?
Yeah, taking a pic. Yeah, give me a sec. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, done.
Thank you so much and welcome all of you, especially the newest member in the executive committee, that is Aniket Gupta. You're going to learn a lot, and our Toastmaster Amarnath is the live testimonial for this growth that he has shown in the last 6 months of being the Sergeant at Arms, it's a tremendous opportunity for you, Aniket, and well done for taking the initiative to be part of it. And all the others are already being in the executive committee, so I wish all the best. The current, the newly elected members will be the elect, like president-elect, vice president-elect, and they will be learning from the current executive team and on the roles that they have to take on in the upcoming term. So all the best. This is your next 3 weeks is your training period before you jump on to your role. Thank you so much, DTM Vamsi, for conducting the elections. And we will now start with our, we can remove the spotlight, all of
Sure.
or all the room. Yeah. We'll now start our regular meeting, which is the leadership mindset, which will be led by our president-elect, Toastmaster Vikram. Toastmaster Vikram is a corporate employee for the last 20 years, currently working as the technology manager for Otis Elevators in Hyderabad. He is a TEDx speaker and an author of the book, You Can Transform. Please give a huge round of welcome to our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vikram.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much, Ishita, for that wonderful introduction. And I thank every one of you who nominated me for this role, and I'm glad and so happy to be part of, to contributing my service to this club, which is most favorite club for me. And I want to thank Ishita, Shahid, Amar, JK Sir, Noor, and all the members, Vrinda ji, and Pratik, because and Ashish, all of you had been a great support for me, and that is why I'm here as a president for this club. My gratitude and all my thanks for all your support that you have extended. And this is a very special moment for me to be here as a president for the Sattvic Club. I still remember the day when I joined Sattvic Club, when Toastmaster Shahid pinged me on WhatsApp and explained about the Toastmasters and the journey that I have been going through. So I'm feeling more emotional as well as glad to take up this role for this club. Yes, now coming to today's session, I'll be the team mod. So today's session will be structured as usual. Like the first part will be the prepared speech, and the second will be the table topics, and then we will have the general evaluation. So today's theme is leadership mindset. So before I talk about a little bit more about the theme of today, I would like the general evaluator to come forward and present the tag team. So over to you, general evaluator.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. For the benefit of our members and guests, my name is Toastmaster Rehan Ansari, and I'm the general evaluator for today's meeting. My role is to evaluate every aspect of the meeting from the opening to closing, ensuring we maintain high standards and continue improving as a club. I'll also lead to evaluation segment, introduce our speech evaluators, and later provide feedback on the overall meeting, including the performance of the role players and the meeting's organizations. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So Toastmaster Mohammed, can you also introduce the tag team?
Toastmaster Rehan. So generally in our club, the GE will introduce the tag team. So that's the reason TMOD asking you to introduce the tag team.
Okay. So you want any help on that? So
Yes.
I can call.
Yes,
I
yes.
can call upon
Can
that
anyone
team.
please help me out? Yeah, please.
Yes, sure. So can the timer please come forward and introduce your role and give the instructions, please?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram, TM Modi for today's session. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters. I am Toastmaster Shahid, timer for today's meeting. So as a timer, so I will explain what are my roles and responsibilities. And as a timer, I will time all the table topic speakers for prepared speeches and evaluations. And I will also alert each speaker on the time they have left by using the cards, green, yellow, and red cards. For the prepared speeches, it is 5 to 7 minutes time. So at the 5th minute, I will raise the green card. And at the 6th minute, I will raise the yellow card. And at the 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. So after the red card, the speaker will get 30 minutes grace period to wrap up the speech. And for the table topics, we will be having 2 minutes of a table topic speech. And at 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will raise yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. And coming to the evaluation, so it will be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. So at the just for the benefit of everyone, I will just raise my cards. Please just confirm me. Is it visible for everyone? Green. Just a moment. Okay, maybe currently I'm on a mobile network, so it is a bit slow. Maybe we'll continue with the other role players. So before going for the speeches, I will just share my cards. Okay, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahid, for that introduction of the timer role. And next, let's call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Amarnath.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vikram. Good morning and good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm excited to take a role of grammarian today because language is a powerful tool that shapes how we connect, inspire, and lead. As a grammarian, my job is to help to refine our language skills by paying attention to effective word uses, clarity, and grammar throughout the meeting. I will highlight the strong language uses. I encourage to use the word of the day. The word of the day is oratory. So oratory skill is nothing but a good at public speaking. So I remember, I recollect when the word oratory, so the Narendra Modi has a oratory skills to grab the attention of all the people. And similarly, we have an idiom of the day, lead by examples. So the who leads the team with examples instead of saying something or pushing by just giving the instructions. Let us encourage the learning together, and I'll forward to share my observations at the end of the meeting. Thank you. I already shared the idiom and word of the day in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, grammarian Amarnath. I really like the way that you had presented both the pictures with the visual effect. So I think it really helps people to use it effectively. It's a great idea. So next, let's call upon our accountant, Toastmaster Aniket.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram. So I am the counter for today. My role will be to keep a note of all the filler words like and long pauses. So I will keep a note of all these words whenever a speaker uses this. And I will present my report at the end of the meeting. And also I suggest like all the speakers to be more mindful of their words, like try to avoid using such words and be more mindful of whenever they use these words. So yeah, I will present my report at the end of the yeah, back to Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aniket. And right now, I think we have completed the introduction of the tag team. Now let's go on with our theme a little bit before we jump into the first section, which is a prepared speech. So let me start sharing my screen for a little bit, and then let me know if you can see my screen. All right. So today's topic is leadership mindset. I think it's a wonderful day that we have our new team, that EC team elected, and talking about this topic makes more sense in this meeting, especially. So let's see what we have next. So yeah, I want to hear from you all. What do you think leadership is, in your own words? What do you think leadership is? Can one of you unmute and say?
I think leadership is all about leading, not ruling.
Course. Wonderful. I think it's a crisp and wonderful answer. Thank you, Sarika, for adding that. I want to hear from someone else also. Who
Leadership
can come
means it
forward?
is to, hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, leadership means to take a team
Hmm.
precisely by following the rules and
Hmm.
try to satisfy the others also.
Sure.
Without making committing any mistakes which lead to breaking or other aspects.
Mhm. So you mean to say leaders should not make any mistakes?
Yes.
They are also human beings, right? They can tend to make mistakes.
But a person is made to be a leader who commit less mistakes than others, right?
Less mistakes. Yes. To error is human. I think your point is valid. To commit less mistakes or no mistakes, yes. But yes, I totally agree with you. Thank you, Abhiram, for sharing your thoughts. So let's get back to the presentation on what I have put together.
Vikram, I just want to
Yes.
add one point on leadership. So I
Yes,
think it's
please.
primarily about responsibility, accountability, and vision for taking the team forward. So that's leadership for me.
So leadership is responsibility, accountability, and what's the third one, sir?
Vision.
Vision. Wonderful. Yes, it's a vision. I feel it attracts me a lot because as a leader, I think we have to have the broad vision to take our team forward, because you are going to be the face of the team, and to you, the people are going to have right vision. The roadmap is clear, then I think the team will be, able to move forward on that. Thank you for adding that valid point, sir. And
Vikram.
yeah.
Can I share my perspective
Yes.
also?
Yes, please, Shahid.
As a leader, I'll see so everyone make mistakes. So instead of daunting them, you can explain to them like, I also did the same mistake, but I overcome this way. So that way, so he will also grow and take the team also to move ahead to grow along with him. So that's what the definition I feel as a leader.
True. I think you were a leader for the Sattvic Club as a president for before I came in. I think it's so valid that you said people tend to make mistakes, but as a leader, how we tell them uh, and explain the things, I think is more important than making them feel that they have made a mistake. That's totally a valid point. Thank you so much, Shahid. Anyone else wants to share your views? Ashish,
Yes,
Vrinda.
I want to share.
Yes, please.
Yeah, leader is not just a designation or post, and it is not any qualification.
Of
Leadership is,
course.
it, but it can be developed day by day, and it can be improved, and it's a long-term process. No one can become a leader in a day. That's it.
Yes, of
Thank you.
course. Awesome. Now, the day one, no one is a leader, right? No one is on the day one. For example, now I'm taking the president role. Do you think I'm on the day one itself a president? No, gradually I'll become the president, right? Because this is the first time I'm taking the president role, or Amarnath is taking the VP head role, all of us. So on the day one, we all are starting the journey. We're putting our first step forward. That is what I think Mohammed Rehan also said. Thank you, Mohammed. And will anyone else want to add your
Vikram,
views?
just want to add one more point. So leadership
Mhm.
is an attitude. So just adding to what he
Yes,
was saying, it is an attitude
yes,
more than a title or a role.
of
It's an
course,
attitude. Yeah.
of course, absolutely. And that is what I have in my presentation also. And anyone else before I go ahead, want to add? Ishita, I want to hear from you.
Okay. Yeah. Leadership is a journey, I would say. And a person who becomes a leader,
Hmm.
I'll say from a perspective of the leader itself, instead of they discover a new version of themselves when they become a leader. And
Absolutely.
they wouldn't even have thought about it when they
Mhm.
became the leader. We all have a point of view that, being the president or being the vice president is so and so before we become that. And once you become that, then you would discover things about yourself, things about your team, things about your members, and then you adapt. So leadership is all about doing what is best for your team and also enabling others to be leaders in your team. So that is all about leadership. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Ishita. I think you summed it up very well. And I want to hear from our JK Arora sir. What do you think leadership is for?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're on mute, JK sir.
Okay. For me, the leadership is where you should project growth, positive change, and of course, the service, the role which you are playing.
Wonderful. Positive change. I like that word, positive change. And I like the word which Ishita said, adaptability. On the first day, we don't know, we just take up the roles and then we discover as we move along. So these are all things put together, I think makes a person a leader, right? So I think I don't need any PPT further to discuss, I think, because you all have given great points to understand what leadership is. So with that note, of course, we have a good content to move forward with. But in the interest of time, I would like to get started with the prepared speech section for today. So we have one speaker who is going to be Toastmaster Sarika. And let me see who is the evaluator for today for Sarika. Can the evaluator of Toastmaster Sarika please come forward and explain her project and the pathway, please?
Yeah, that's me, Vikram. I'm the
Yes,
evaluator
please.
for Toastmaster Sarika. So Toastmaster Sarika is doing the pathway of innovative planning, and she is currently attempting the project number 4, speech number 2 for level 1. The main emphasis of this project is to learn how to accept evaluations and incorporate them in your speech, because evaluation is the only way you can go forward and grow as a speaker. So she has already given speech number 1 of this project, where she gave the same speech and her evaluator gave her some recommendations to be incorporated for her to become a better orator. So the recommendations that she's working on is preventing unnecessary body languages and unnecessary movement while speaking, and also working on better transitions between different sections of her speech. So I will be evaluating her and giving her the feedback after her speech. And her speech title is Don't Let Your Ship Sink. So over to you, Toastmaster Vikram, for introducing her.
Thank you, evaluator Ishita. Okay, so let's now call upon Toastmaster Sarika. Toastmaster Sarika, don't let your ship sink. Don't let your ship sink, Toastmaster Sarika.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible.
Yes,
Yes,
you are.
Thank you so much, everyone. Ship doesn't sing when the water around them. Ship sings when the water get inside of them. I hope it's visible. This is my life journey of my ship. Now, greetings, fellow Toastmasters and all my dear guests. Let me ask you something which is interesting. Is your ship still floating? May I get rise of hands? Is your ship still floating? Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ishita. Reminding who are confusing to give the answer. By the end of the speech, you will get your answer. Now, ships and our lives are the same. Ships are floating over the oceans, and our life journey is floating in our life journey. Now, not all the days are the same. Some days are clear blue skies with dolphins flip backs, and our journey going to be smooth in some days, but some of the days, tragic tsunamis and doubtful tidal waves. By get rid of all those, we have to be confident. And in my life ship, I have so many discouraging words. When I joined in my engineering college, that first day, I decided and I go to the college with hopeful and explore the world with lots of joy and many more things in my mind. But you know what happened? Some discouraging words letting down. Just like when a ship had tiny hole, then water get inside of it, then ship sink. Just like that, my ears heard all those negative words and sinking. Then you know what happened? All those discouraging words like how do you want to speak on the stage? Do you want to become a leader? And do you want to speak on the stage without any mistakes or without any unnecessary things? Then I realized that I can. What's wrong with that? One day, my brother realized me, you can't do that, you can't do this. Please stop your studying or please join into the Toastmasters and please quit the thing you want to be a Toastmaster. God blesses him. He had more confidence in my failure rather than his own success. Fine. Apart of all discouraging things, firstly, I laughed at it. Then slowly I realized that I'm not good enough to do all such things. Then my inner self said that, oh girl, please, those tiny drops of discouraging words, those tiny drops of negative thoughts, don't let your life ship going to be sink. Just plug that hole and raise yourself. And you know, something funny thought I had in my mind, then I had my noise cancellation earbuds. Not to cancel all the voices, just to focus on positive things and get rid of those unnecessary noises like discouraging words which are make me self disconfident. Then you know what happened? I realized that my life, my journey, my ship. And I'm the captain of my ship, not those gossipers, not those discouragers, and not even my overly honest brother. Then I realized myself to be calm and I wore my noise cancelling buds. I get rid of all those negative points. Then you know what happened? I sailed my ship. Then my engineering mode activated. When someone says you can't do this, bro, wait a second. You know, I'm an engineer. Let me fix it in 2 minutes. Then I searched in YouTube for YouTube tutorials and I watched them. Whenever they taught me you can't do it, then I realized myself I can do it and saw the YouTube videos and 2 cups of chai, then I can do that myself. The quote itself says it doesn't possible, then I turn it as I'm possible. So, my dear friends and fellow Toastmasters, no matter whatever the circumstances you have been gone through, be what you are. No, don't let them those gossipers' words into your life, and don't let your ship sink. Just here only focus on positive things and focus on positivity which you have. You can do anything by getting out of those negative words. So, my dear friends, now let me ask you, is your ship still floating?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Those whose ships are not still floating, please don't focus on those gossipers or don't discouragers' words. Because of you know what you are. You know what is your capability. So focus on your positive things. Don't get those discouraged words letting you down. Those discouraged words have to be gain more heights because of you have to correct them in your upcoming things or upcoming speeches. Okay, now I want to conclude that I'm sailing my ship. I built my ship to sail, not to sink. Now, what about you, Toastmaster of the day? Is your ship still floating? Thank you.
Excellent. What an amazing speech. Yes, it made me think, is my ship still floating? Yes, it is floating. That's why I'm taking up this role as a president today, right? Otherwise, it's just too difficult. So that is an amazing speech. I appreciate your oratory skills and the apt speech that you have given for today, Toastmaster Sarika. I enjoyed the vibes you had, and you lead by example how if anyone should give a speech. You had a very good speech content, and then I loved the gestures. You had a small that boat. I really love that, to say that what you mean to say. So I think it was such a wonderful speech. Now let's give a 1 minute silence for everyone to give their feedback to our wonderful speaker for today. And timer, can we please have 1 minute timer? Okay, thank you. All right. So we have few minutes left before we will start the table topics section. So let me go ahead with my team, what we had for today. I think all of you said it wonderfully well. Srinivas sir said, yes, leadership is not a title or a position, and that's what you see in the first point, right? So, and the second one, it is a way of thinking, acting, and being. I think Abhiram said the same thing. How you think, how you act. If you make mistakes, how you act, right? And Shahid also said the same thing. How you act when someone makes mistake, how you think, and how you help others come out of those mistakes and learn from their mistakes. And it's about, I think Srinivas sir also mentioned about this point. It's about responsibility, accountability, and Ishita told about adaptability. So that's what you have here as well. So that's the reason I said you have already covered what I wanted to cover. So the important point that I wanted to convey for today is leadership starts with you, right? So all of us think that leadership is something we do for others. Before we can do lead any role, before I can be a president, before you can be a vice president, before that you should be a president of yourself. It starts with you, right? So first I need to lead myself. I should know myself better for me to lead others. I should know what are my goals. I should know what are my strengths. I should know what are my weaknesses. Where am I falling apart? Without knowing what I am going to bring to the table, what are my true strengths and what are my areas of improvement, or what are the things that I can help to this team. Without knowing that, how can I even lead others? So knowing ourselves is the first step for a leader, right? That's why you see this point, self-leadership is the foundation. First, if I want to lead others, I should know whether am I leading myself properly? Am I going my life is going properly or not, right? Am I aligned with my own self? Are my goals intact? And lead yourself before leading others. So that is what I think I just said. We should know how we are, how to take ourselves forward as a leader before we think of leading the others. Taking initiatives and taking response. Leadership is all about taking initiatives, right? As a leader, let's say I'm sitting quietly today and I'm letting others to take initiatives, then will that team be really effective? No, right? So as a leader, I have to take initiative. I have to take responsibility, accountability, whatever you just said. And the last thing is be the leader you wish you had. For example, now you are going to your office, and then you have some leaders, you are watching some leaders, but you are thinking, if I had a leader like this, then I will be so happy, right? So you have a vision of seeing, for example, you might have seen so many leaders in the history, right? You have seen Mahatma Gandhi is a great freedom fighter and a leader. You might have seen Indira Gandhi. So there are so many leaders who inspire us from time to time. So be the leader. See what are the qualities you love from the other leaders, and see what qualities do you have. If you see that, okay, in some way, you see that, okay, I can do the same thing what those leaders have done. So then it means that you are thinking in those lines. So that is what the leadership mindset is all about. Leadership mindset is not about having all the skills in the first place. As Ishita rightly mentioned, it is not about having all the skills for a leader need to have in the immediately you take up a role, or even you're thinking to take up a role. It's about learning over time, being ready to come out of your comfort zone, to learn and to find where you can add value to the team. So that is what leadership is all about. And the most important thing is it begins with you, right? So I think we still have 3 minutes before we can start the table topics. So let's do a small activity here. Okay, so so what you see here on this slide is like growth over comfort, right? So you all are going to think of a moment where you chose growth over comfort, okay? Because leadership requires that. If we are thinking about our comfort zones, staying in one particular role for a long time as a developer, right? We are very comfortable. I can write any number of code, but taking to the next role as a lead or a project, lead, it requires you to come out of the comfort zone. I want you to think of any of such incidents or situations in your life where you came out of your comfort zone, and even though things are not clear to you, and you still learned it, and then you came forward and took up that role. And even though you made some mistakes, you had used them as a stepping stone and took that forward. So anyone want to share your experience?
Okay, I
Who
like to
can
share.
come forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, see, I'm a custom broker from last 22 years. So when I started, it was totally, manually work, but now it is totally digital. Everything is, you have to upload it and the new format. So we have to learn a lot to survive, and then to,
Yes.
of course, we have to capture the market also. So a lot of changes is taking place, and every day we have to learn it, means digitally as well as all social media also we have to learn it. It's very means different, means many people who do not learn remain at the same moment only. So,
Absolutely.
and the person who learn and daily basis, they only can first they learn it, and then they can only serve to their city or their family or their whatever they are connected with. So I think learning is
Yes.
most important. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Can we give a big round of applause to JK sir? I think he has given a very wonderful viewpoint of his own journey. And I want to hear from Srinivas sir as well. Srinivas sir, you want to add some points here?
Actually, I took a break. What was the point?
Okay, fine, sir. Then in that case, let's move on to anyone else who wants to, say their own experience, like how you stepped out of
I
your
just
comfort
want to
zone and
share.
became a leader. Yes, Amar.
Yeah. So it is one of my personal experience. There are so many, but one I just want to share it here. So I'm a computer graduate student, and when I landing on the job, so I joined as a functional QA. Okay, I'm more curious to know what is happening in the automation. So we are so many people sitting in the floor, and there are out of 300, there are 3 automation QAs. So if you see the ratio with functional and automation QA, it is 297:3. So I'm always curious to see, I mean, leaning to them, like what they are doing. And I get some bits and pieces from them. And one day there is an opportunity to conduct automation sessions to the rest of the people. And they pulled me into the, as a trainer for those automation sessions. And I'm not aware of the all the concepts of it. But whatever the other 3 QAs, automation QAs, more likely they want to bully me, like you can take it up, we can help you, so no worry, you can take it up. But later, after 1 or 2 days, they are not really helping me. And it literally shivering for me, like how I can lead the sessions for 300 people in a room. So at that point of time, I have decided, and almost throughout the day, like 12 to 13 hours, I spent reading for the next day session for 30 minutes. So that's how I spent for 1 or 2 weeks. And really that changed my mind. And I mean, I got the confidence that I can handle anything.
Wonderful, wonderful. I
So
think
that is
it's,
one of
yes,
my
again, I think we all should give a big round of applause for Amar to come forward and say his viewpoint. I totally resonate with you, Amar. So we have to come out of our fears, and we will have roadblocks every time, right? Even when you take up new roles and stuff like that. I think that is so important. Um, okay. So anyone
Vikram,
else?
Vikram, I could share something now because I didn't know understood the question earlier. So
Yes, sir.
maybe 2
I
things
think
comes to my yeah.
yeah, we have 1 minute, sir. Before that, if you can summarize quickly, I think
Yeah,
it'll be great.
maybe quick one, the latest one I would say. See, I used to think communication is more, the content is more important than how and what kind of thing. Okay, and I used to be a good writer, meaning a lot of people have commented about my writing skills, but I never focused on my vocal skills. Okay, while I may have some basic thing. But then recently, I've become very active on social media. I want to share some inputs to a lot of people. But only when I do it very effectively, a lot of people will learn from it and improve. So I have started focusing on, I've taken a 30-day challenge, doing recording every day 30 seconds. But I write some content for it for 5, 6, 10 minutes, then practice and do 8 to 10 recordings before I feel I'm good, at least with one recording. So initially it was a little discomfortable to do that myself, review my content myself. But now I'm almost in the 25th day now. So I've seen an improvement. Yeah, still a lot of long way to go. but I've seen a lot of improvement. So initially it was a little discomforting, but now I feel much more comfortable.
Thank you, Srinivas. I think you are leading by example. You know, we all have to learn from you. I totally think that you have some great skills on recording videos and posting it on social media. I think we all should take your help on that. So I think we are in 4 minutes. Yes, please. Okay, so I think we have 4 minutes past for the table topics session. So let's hand over the stage to our table topics master, who is Toastmaster JK Aurora. So the stage is yours,
Thank
JK,
you.
sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vikram. So good morning, good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and guest. So today the topic is the leadership mindset, where service, growth, and positive change take center stage. So in table topic, we will give 5 to 10-second pause for thinking. You have to think like candle. Then you open up, capture attention, establish contest, and elaborate the point, whatever, with little bit adding fun quotes. And you can add the item of the day or word of the day, and then conclusion, call to action. So first, I'll invite some guests who like to come forward. Abhiram, you like to?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. Okay, your topic is, you can change also if you think your topic is not suitable. So if leadership is service, then what's on your leadership menu today? A full platter or a just appetizer?
Actually, I couldn't understand those words you have used.
I'm saying, if supposing you are a leader for today, so how you portray yourself, means you will portray on one part, or you portray as a complete complete role.
Sorry, that's a very tough question. I can't answer. I would
Not clear.
Maybe
I'll
JK
try
sir,
the
you
next
can give
question if,
one more clear, one more simple one. You give JK sir.
Okay, I'll give you a very simple one. Okay, imagine that you are today an officer for a day. So what is your first act of change?
Is it socially or anything else?
Let's take it, you are on an officer on your, means at your office only. So what changes you like to do for your office or your where you are working?
Yeah. If I would officer for today, the
Your voice
changes
is
I would
not
like to
audible.
make in my
Can you volume? Yeah.
yeah. Is it clear?
Yes, please.
Yeah. If I would be in a officer for my office today, what would changes I would like to make in my office? That's your question, right?
Yes, yeah, right.
Then I would just start with uh, I would just start with my team only because I have to lead them. I have to understand those mindsets also. If at all some of them couldn't tally to my way of thinking or way of my act, I would like to change it. Not as per my, but as per the thing which I have to do. Right. Then I the second thing I like to change is uh, 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 yeah. Sorry, I couldn't able to get any of the points relevant to it.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'd
Next.
like to pause a little, Shahid. Can you please come on camera for your cards? Your virtual cards?
Yeah, actually, Ishita, I was facing some network issue. That's the reason. I will try. I'm on mobile network.
Okay. Yeah, because we need
Is
it
it
for the
fine?
table
Am I
topics.
visible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see 2 hands. Shravan Kumar. So you are as a guest or you are as a Toastmaster?
I'm a Toastmaster from a different club.
Okay, great, great. So I'll give some little bit difficult.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So your topic is can a mistake make you a better leader? Tell us about one that shaped your mindset. You have done a mistake. I'll just explain it more, and then from that you learned it. Your mindset, you have learned it. Your own experience. I'll be like to means I encourage more for your experience.
Sure. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, it's not one mistake that taught me a lesson. There are many mistakes that taught me many lessons and shaped me as a better human being and increased my ability to be resilient. When I was working in my first job, in my first career starting, I was just a fresher, came out of college with a lot of passion to work and do something and achieve something. A lot of passion. It's natural for every youngster who come out of college. They generally tend to have that kind of attitude. I was also the same. I'm not different from them. With that passion, I missed. I mean, I sometimes I missed to focus on uh, some kind of financial part of it, and I was focused mostly on learning rather than earning. So earning was like I was thinking that earning should not focus on earning in the initial stage, and then at least we should have some kind of backup for that and all. But I was not thinking like that. But my friends, initially, I got a lot of upliftment in my career, but my friends were focused mostly on earning. They have eventually they become more successful, but I was not that much successful when I came out of my initial job. And I realized after 6 7 years, I realized I would have think a bit selfish, selfish or a selfish, you name it. So I would have focused on my thing instead of loving a company, instead of love your skill, love your work, love your job and your skill development, instead of saying something good for company or something like that. That was the biggest lesson I have learned. So if I improve myself, a company will recognize me. Should not focus on work for a company and should not fall in love with the company. That's my learning. Over to you, Toastmaster Aurora.
Thank you for your sharing your experience. Okay, so next is Mohammad Rehan.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So your is as a leader, imagine this growth is a garden and you are the gardener. So what are the seeds you are planting this year? You have to feel that you are real in your office, means you are the gardener. So what are the new achievements or new seeds you want to develop?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a really fantastic title you have given. So, yes, as a seed, when we think about the seed, definitely in the future, it is going to convert into the plant. I remember the days when we were struggling in Corona. In our office, we decided every company is doing layoffs and all, and some are cutting the salary like 50%, 60%, etc., etc., just to survive. Instead of that, what our company did, I'm telling our company, it's not only me. So, what we did, we tried to generate ideas what we can innovate in this struggling time. And we started working on a product which was most demanded at that time. We made anti-corona face mask, and we came up with the invention like if you wear this mask, which I'm still trying to adopt the habit of wearing it, because day by day the cases are arising in Mumbai. So this is the only mask we made in the time of corona, and we uh, got promotion around 35% increment and some kind of performance bonus at that struggling days. Companies were laying off, but our company started hiring employees to work on this technology. And finally, it was passed for SARS testing. That is the kind of virus which is produced during the time of Corona period. And believe me, Virat Kohli, Saurav Ganguly were our brand ambassador at that time. So whenever any tough situation comes, we should come up with the solution and struggle hard to do something extra to rock in the market. That's that resonates with this title for this speech. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Thank you. So next is Ishita, madam. I've seen your hands.
Yeah,
So you like
I want to try after a very long time. So
Okay. So I'll give you a real, so it will be better. Imagine you are nominating someone for a club officer role. So what three leadership traits would you highlight, and why do they matter most in Toastmaster?
wow. So thank you so much for this question. And it is so apt for me because I went through this process very recently. So if I have to nominate somebody for a leadership position in Toastmasters, I would, here are the three roles, three attributes I would look for in a leader. Number one is the spirit of never giving up. Even though situations may go really tough, so that is known as persistence or resilience. I would look for that. So somebody who doesn't give up in a time where it is hard, and somebody who's willing to, number two is somebody who's willing to learn. Because in my Toastmasters journey of being a president, I had to learn so many new skills which I didn't even know I had to learn. So this was really required. For example, I had to learn how to do Canva to make posters. I had to learn how to do Zoom to find guests and talk to them. So these are new skills which I never knew I needed. So being a leader in a Toastmaster club, you need to have that adaptability and this learning attitude. And number three is accountability. So when you have taken up a role and you are accountable for your position, that is really required in any leadership position, not only just in Toastmaster. So even though things go hard, you stay accountable, you stay responsible, and deliver the promise that you have made when you started the journey. So in my journey, I have tried my best to be accountable, to learn on my feet, and never be afraid of any challenges that I have come across. Despite that, there have been so many learnings and mistakes I've made. So I would not say I've been perfect, but again, we are not perfect. We have come here to learn. That's why we are part of Toastmasters, right? If we are all perfect and ready to shine, then why would we be still working on us? So we are work in progress. Let's accept that. Let's accept that we make mistakes and let's grow from them. So thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster JK.
Thank you for sharing. So Okay, next is Srinivasan Sundaranjan. Okay, you are, I think you are guest, no?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay, I'll take then a different one for you. Okay, some simple one. So they say great leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. First, you agree or disagree, and why?
Yeah. Thanks for the topic. Great topic. Yeah, certainly I believe in that. Leaders create leaders. Leaders should not be looking at followers. Leaders, when they say create leaders, they should create an environment where people with psychological safety, where people can come and share their ideas, thoughts. So leaders, while they may be given a title to lead a team, not necessarily they have all the answers. They should encourage the team to come and share their ideas and open to ideas. And we don't know where the great ideas can come from, right? So we should be open for that, take ideas. And also, if some of them are doing well and within the organization or somewhere, somebody, you don't have enough opportunity for somebody in your team to grow high within your team, but there are other opportunities for them to grow well in the organization. You should be also willing to let them go while you know they are very good for you. Thinking from their perspective and larger organization perspective, you should also let them go. So leaders have to definitely create more leaders, right, in terms of their behavior by leading by example and showing the way on what, right? So I heard one of the interviews from Virat Kohli, right? Virat Kohli never asked anybody to do something without he doing it himself. For example, he before he go, for example, if he want to ask people to go gymming, he does it for 2 hours a day, like for a month or 2 months, and show people that he can do. First of all, he understands what challenges people may face. Only when he's able to do that, he goes and asks his team to do. So that's a great thing about leading by example, right? So people follow instead of saying. People follow and do what you behave. So that's the best way to do leadership. So leaders should create more leaders. And currently, unfortunately, we are with a lack of, no, there is a need of more leaders for the world today. But unfortunately, there is very less. So a lot of us may be following something, but I would encourage each of us to become leaders, like self-leadership, like what TM Vikram talked about in the beginning, and also start leading in your own areas that you are very good at. That's I want to conclude. Thank you. Simon.
Thank you for giving a good example. Okay, next is Toastmaster Ashish. You like to take? Or anyone else? Toastmaster
Ashish.
Amarnath or Vikram?
Ashish, come on. You need to speak. We haven't heard you for a very long time.
Sorry, I'm driving. That's why you didn't hear me.
Okay, next
Yeah.
time. Okay.
Okay.
Toastmaster Amar or Toastmaster Vikram?
Yeah, Jackie, go ahead.
Okay. So I make a special for you only this question. Okay. If you were campaigning to the next Toastmaster Club president, what would your slogan be and why should we vote for you? Slogan is very important. Please go ahead.
Well, so I just remember one thing, the king of all times. So that would be my slogan for my next campaign whenever I'm taking up. So public speaking is the one of the best leading tool to grow or push our boundaries. So in the current situation, so wars are happening everywhere. But war is, I mean, everybody know that war not lead to peace. So there is a lot of disruption in the economy, lot of disruption in the resources. So only the oratory skills which lead to a good human being and good environment and good peace. So what I feel, the king of all good time by joining the Toastmasters and leading the team. So that is my slogan. King of good times is my slogan. That's my take on. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So in this question, we are preparing you for being a next president, next role. Okay. Anyone else who like to come forward, please? Toastmaster Vikram, you like to?
JK sir, in the interest of time, can we conclude this session, or you want to?
I think one I can take for you. Means
Fine.
Okay.
Fine, let me take it then. Yeah.
Okay. So Toastmaster elections are like assembling an Avengers team. Which superhero role would you play in your XCOM and why?
I'm so sorry, I'm not following cricket that much. Can you please
I'm
give me a new
saying,
topic?
okay, it is same. You have seen the Avengers team. You understood or
not so much.
Okay, let's redefine it. In Toastmaster, which superhero role would you play in your XCOM? You have already now nominated as a president. So apart from that, which role you think is very important and why? Which is the main important? Of course, president is of course important. Apart from that, which role is important and why?
Of course. Thank you for clarifying that. So in my journey of Toastmasters, all the roles are important, right? From the president, vice president, all the roles are so important. But what I felt is the role which creates impact is the VP head role, right? Because that role shapes a person who joins our club. Because I remember how Adi Lakshmi has helped me when I had joined our club as a BP head. I have taken multiple roles as a timer, as a grammarian, as a team mod, as different roles that are there for every session, right? But for every time I take up a new role, it is a VP head who comes up to me and explains me what that role is all about. As a president, of course, I have to bring the team together, but it is the VP head who does the job day in for every session before creating it might be creating the agenda, it might be contacting the different people and helping them, set up before the meeting starts, right? So there is a lot that a VP head does for our sessions to run smoothly. Of course, thanks to Adi Lakshmi, I think now Amar has also taken up that role as a VP head. So it is a great role in my view. Although I think it has a lot of coordination, a lot of challenges we have to face, because getting people together is the main challenge I have seen in my journey of Toastmasters. But learning is high, very, very high in that role. So I feel that Amar is going to enjoy that role and support us all in making this next 6 months a wonderful journey for all of us. And I wish all the best to Amar. And this is my take on this topic. Thank you so much, JK sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram, and thank you everyone for participating and sharing your experience. And I learned a lot from you, and I hope you have also learned while sharing. Okay, now over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, JK sir, for that wonderful table topic session. I heard from many people, many different views on leadership. I'm so eager to play this president role. And one important point that I really, really loved out of this table topics session is that you said that, the function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. I think you had a topic, and Ishita also said the same line. And we Sattvic Toastmasters are a true example for that statement, right? Because if you see from time to time, we are creating new presidents, right? Not the same person is taking up. When Shahid was there, he helped Ishita to come forward as a president. When Ishita helped me to come forward as a president, we are creating more presidents. And my job is to find out the new president for the next tenure as well. So that way, I feel we are a true example for whatever we just talked about. And with the interest of time, what I would do now is I'll call upon the general evaluator to take the stage and provide his evaluation with the tag. Over to you, general evaluator. Are you ready, Toastmaster Rehan? I think you're on mute. Rehan? Okay. So should we go ahead and call the tag team? What do you think, Ishita?
You can start
No,
with
no,
the speech
before
evaluation.
that, yeah, evaluation is there, Vikram.
Speech evaluation, yeah. I see Sarika has joined. So we can start
Okay.
the speech evaluation.
Fine, then let's go ahead with the speech evaluation, Ishita.
Yeah, call upon Ishita, Vikram, for the
Yeah, I
evaluation.
called upon Ishita. Ishita, stage is yours. Please provide your evaluation for our speech given by Sarika.
Sure. And timer, can you make sure that I am in time?
Yeah, you start, Ishita.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, I am back on stage, and this time as the speech evaluator for our prepared speaker, Toastmaster Sarika. Toastmaster Sarika, can I have you on? Can you have you come on camera so that I can address to you as well as the gathering? Wonderful speech by you, Toastmaster Sarika, and I must say that as your evaluator of this project, I am very much impressed by the level of clarity of thought that you have as you speak. I like that you chose a story from your personal life, and what brilliant storytelling. I must say that you have definitely worked on the transitions that you are thinking of improving, and you have incorporated in your speech. You started with your personal story of being an engineer and how your brother implanted a seed of doubt in your head. And then you did not let that seed take over you, and you overcame that problem by using different resources. So great storytelling, great transitions in your stories, I must say. The next thing is your visual aid. You use the small boat to show that how your life is like this boat and you are floating on this water, and sometimes doubt is the small hole that can make your ship sink. I really liked the analogy that you have used. You also used the analogy of you are the captain of your own ship. So that was a brilliant analogy, and well done on using a prop for your speech. And finally, your interaction with the audience. You repeatedly asked questions to the audience on how is your boat still floating? That was how you started your speech, and you made the audience think. And towards the end of the speech, you again went back to, is your boat still floating? And that is a very good way of tying the knot, they say, and bringing a full circle in your speech. So wonderfully executed. Your oratory skills are I'm very impressed with your oratory skills. So thank you for the speech. And here are a few things you can work upon. I know your previous evaluator suggested that you're doing too much of unnecessary body movements. I did not find that your body movements were too much. They were very appropriate and gave emphasis on the different elements of your speech. I feel you could move a little from your position as well, because your camera was giving a good view. then you didn't have to stay in one place and just move your hand gestures. You can also move your body from one place to another, come close to the camera, go away from the camera. And these are a few things you can do in an online setup. The second thing I would say is, even though you're very animated in your speech, you could include a little bit of voice modulation in your speech. For example, when you are asking a question, you change your voice. Are you sure your boat is still floating? Then change it to a deeper voice. Let me tell you an example of how my boat was sinking and I brought it back to float. So this change in voice can increase intrigue in your audience. And finally, this is a very minor thing that usually takes a lot of time to work upon. That is, improve your command over the English language. That is, I would say. Over time, I felt that there are some incorrect usages that where you were not familiar with, and it happens to all of us because we are not native language English speakers. So we need to all work upon this thing. So some incorrect usages can be corrected because sometimes the audience, even though gets the message, if you tell incorrectly, then the impact is reduced. So these are the few of my suggestions for you. And I would encourage you to keep coming back on stage and keep building on your oratory skills and lead by example for your rest of your Toastmasters, because you being so young and just in college and you are still able to have that clarity of thought and courage to come up on stage and speak. So congratulations to you. Keep coming. I think you will be completing a level 1 very soon. So keep coming back and giving your speech. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishita, for that wonderful and detailed evaluation of Sarika's speech. I truly liked your evaluation on every point that you mentioned. It helps all of us to take care of our these points as well when we give the speeches. And now let me check if Toastmaster Rehan is back. Are you back, Toastmaster Rehan?
Yes, I'm back.
Fine. So can you go ahead with your general evaluation for today's session?
Yes, for sure. Give me a
Okay.
minute. So, thank you all. Our eval. Now, I would like to call on our timer if you share the report.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Thank you. And Amar, can you give me the sharing access?
Yes, Shahid, go ahead and request.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Yes,
Once
it is.
again, yeah. So as a timer today, I have noted all the prepared evaluation and table topic speech timings, and let me present you. For the prepared speech, Toastmaster Sarika took 6 minutes 52 seconds, and for the same speech evaluation, the Toastmaster Ishita took 5 minutes, almost near to the speech. And for the table topics, the first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Abhiram, took 1 minute 22 seconds, and Toastmaster Shravan Kumar, 2 minute 22 seconds, and Toastmasters Muhammad Rihan, he took 2 minute 20 seconds, and Toastmaster Ishita Patnaik, 2 minute 15 seconds, and Toastmaster Srinivasan, 2 minute 30 seconds, Toastmaster Amar, 1 minute 15 seconds, and Toastmasters Vikram has took 1 minute 55 seconds. Everyone have shown their oratory skills. So all the best to everyone. And with this, I will conclude my report and back to you, General Evaluator.
So all are qualified, right?
Yep. Maybe evaluator, it should be 3 minutes. It's
Yeah, I
crossed.
could not see your spotlight, Zoom Master, you should spotlight the timer. I was looking for him. Where is he? Am I out of time or not? Yeah. That's one feedback for our Zoom
Next,
master.
okay. Without further ado, next I would like to invite our grammarian. Can you please present your report?
Sure. Thank you very much, General Evaluator. So today I see abundant vocabulary uses in the leadership concepts. So I see a lot of rhyming words also, and some of the good uses like psychological safety and self-leadership, visionary, positive attitude, adaptability and accountability, persistent and resilient, and leading not ruling, be the leader you wish you had. These are the some of the good usages in our meeting today, and there are in appropriate usages like one of the speaker used self-disconfident. Instead of that, we can use unconfident. Instead of survival, in one of the table topic, someone has used it. Instead of that, we can use survived by. And in one of the evaluation, there is a sentence level of clarity of thought. Instead of that, we can make it a little simplify the sentence, clarity of thoughts or level of thought clarity. And coming to the uses of word and idiom, Vikram used word of the day one time and idiom of the day two times. Congratulations, Vikram. And Srinivasan has used idiom of the day one time, and Amay has used a word of the day one time, and Sahit has used a word of the day one time. That's my report. Thank you, Janjal.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Now, if you have an aha counter, can you please share your report?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Rehan. So, there were like no major filler words used by all the speakers. There were like less than five words for almost all the speakers. Like Toastmaster Vikram like had 2 hours and Shahid around 1 hour. And there were 2-3 pauses for Toastmaster Ishita and Toastmaster Sarika and Toastmaster guest Srinivasan also had 1 hour and one pause. So this is from my report. Back to Toastmaster Rehan.
Thank you very much, Master Ankit Gupta. So now I'll share my observation and feedback on today's meeting. The preparation and organization of the meeting was up to the mark, and all the role players managed their role very well, and transitioning was smooth. And yes, there are some area of improvement. There is always room for improvement. Yes, I saw some kind of technical glitch from timer. I was also not able to track either I'm exceeding the limit or what. And we came to know that there was some technical glitch. Yeah, that was only I observed. And yes, the meeting started on time, and strategy ensures uh, everything was set up smoothly. The Toastmaster kept the meeting flowing and introduced each segment clearly. Our table topic session was engaging, and the participants responded with enthusiasm. For you know, for improvement, I can suggest we minimize transition gaps were a little gaps between segment to maintain momentum. Overall, it was a well-run meeting with great participation from all members. Thank you all. But before closing, can I expect the table topic evaluation? I think that is missed.
We are not having that today, Rihan. So, yeah, due to time constraint and our club elections. So,
Okay. So thank you all for your attention and participation. With that, I hand the meeting back to our Toastmaster of the day.
General evaluator, for that wonderful evaluation of our session. I think you had done a great job in uh, providing us some feedback where we can improve, especially on the transition part. I truly understand that we can make it better next time. And yes, so with that note, I think I would like to conclude our theme of the day today. So the theme was leadership mindset. I think we all understand now how important it is that a leader to be creating more leaders than just followers, right? And and also many a times what we see is that opportunities come up for leadership roles every now and then, everywhere, right? It's up to us to take it forward and come out of our comfort zone and overcome our fears and learn something new and then take that opportunity forward. We usually think that okay, leadership role is something big, and we think that leadership is associated to roles like CEOs, presidents, vice presidents. No, even at your home you can find leaders. Your father is a leader, your mother is a leader at at whatever she's good at. Your sister or brother, they are also leaders, right? All of us are have some inherent qualities that make us leaders. It's up to us to take it to the next level by learning something new or looking at others or trying to see where you can add value as a leader. So that is my concluding part. And I wish all of you have a nice journey as leaders. And I want to again thank all my Toastmasters here in the Sattvic Club to giving me this great milestone as a president. And I wish all the best to the new elected members. And now I want the Jew Master to conduct the polls for the auxiliary role players. Amar, can we have the poll?
Sure,
Nalini?
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm launching. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, Vikram,
Okay.
you can hand over
think
this
I will.
the thing to me.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are. You can now hand over the control of the virtual podium to me, Vikram.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, sorry. I think we are done with the polls. So I think I will hand over the stage back to our presiding officer to conduct the poll for the lead role player and conclude this session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikram. Yes, we'll now have the polls for the best lead role player. I request the Zoom master to please
Sure.
start the poll. So while we do that, I'll now ask our guests for their feedback on how their session went. I'll now ask our guest Srinivasan. Could you please unmute and share your feedback? I think you were there for the whole session.
Yes, yeah. I was part of the whole session. Yeah, it was a great session. Yeah, I think I think first thing I probably want to talk about is whether your ship is sinking. I think TM Sarika did a fantastic job of I think the topic content was very good, and also how she did, really liked it. I think, as you said, maybe if you can just focus on some language aspects, the rest of it, I think she did a fantastic job. She did it, smiling and with a lot of gestures and engaging all of us. That was a good topic. Then I also understood how elections are conducted within within a Toastmaster club. So that is a new learning I got. And then all the table topics, I think the topics were very, very, very nice from this Aurora sir. And I think everybody participated very actively, a lot of learnings on what everybody said. Yeah, very neatly organized and conducted meeting. Well done, everyone.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Srinivasan. And it is wonderful to have you come back to our meeting so many times. Please do keep coming. I'll now ask our speaker, Toastmaster Sarika. How was your experience of our meeting? You are our guest at the same time.
Yes, Toastmaster Ishita. That was a great experience I have got. Actually, I'm a class representative of my class, which in my class there are 116 students, and those 116 students' details should be in my mind. Always, my HOD, head of the department, said that sir said you should remember all those things, how they can study, what was their marks, what was their CGPA, all Excel sheets should be maintained by you. And wondering, I have all the I had remembered all the details of them, and that was firstly I said you should you should not be rule, you should lead them. And our class, I'm the best leader, they always said. You never shouted on me, you never raised your voice, you always be calm and lead us very well. That when I heard that feedback from my classmates, I really enjoyed. That's what I got from this meeting also, how a leader should be. And thank you, Vikram sir, for such a wonderful team. I realized that what a leader, a true leader should have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarika. That is wonderfully put, the whole session. And we definitely, Toastmaster Vikram, your session was very informative and at the same time inspiring all of us in terms of learning about leadership. So I don't know why people have already dropped. Nobody wants to know the results. So we'll just announce the results. Best table topic speaker. Any guesses on who's the best table topic speaker? Well, the best is Toastmaster Vikram and followed by Toastmaster Rihan. Because it was so close, we are going to give both of them the best table topic speaker, Vikram and Rihan. Then followed by best auxiliary role. Any guesses on who's the best auxiliary role?
Grammarian.
Yes, our very own Sergeant at Arms, Grammarian Toastmaster Amarnath. Congratulations for doing your role so well.
Thank you.
And finally, the best lead role player. No guesses on this because we already know who it is. Toastmaster Vikram. Because every time he comes and takes up the team or role, he, without any doubt, takes the best lead role player. So you do such a fabulous job every time, Toastmaster Vikram. Congratulations on that. And yes, we'll take a group picture now. I request everyone to come on camera. I know many people dropped off. We should have taken a picture before. So Zoom Master Amarnath, please remind me next time that we should take a picture when there are more participants in our meeting before they all drop off at the end. So Sarika, can you please come on camera? Yeah. Amarnath, yeah, please let us know when to smile.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. What I Heart
All of you.
emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done. Thank you.
Done? We're done, right?
Yeah, done.
Okay, great. Yeah. So, yeah, with that, I think we can officially end the meeting. I now request our Sergeant at Arms to officially end the meeting.
Adjourning the meeting now. Stop recording.